Hey guys, I'm glad I could finally get this thing up and running. Being locked out of the classroom all weekend long until about midday Monday was kind of tough, and I've had a crazy busy week this week. I know some of you guys have some issues going on as well, but as I said in our course posting, I'm not going to hurt you guys too bad with late penalties because if you had issues like me, I know you couldn't get in overnight, especially Saturday night. But anyway, we're going to go over Learning Plan 3, and I'm going to apologize in advance. I also have a bad cold. I didn't even have a voice last night, so if you hear me cough or sneeze or something, I apologize. Okay, so I put here, just kind of go over what we're going to be doing on this learning plan. We're going to be evaluating various leadership theories. You're going to differentiate among leadership theories. You're going to compare and contrast leadership traits and styles, and you're going to illustrate the leader's role in promoting and maintaining organizational teams. You're also going to identify the different factors involved in organizational communication. We're going to evaluate the impact of technology on organizational communication and describe the relationship between diversity and communication. And there again, we're also going to describe the role of leaders in the 21st century. Okay, so for our learning activities, you guys are going to need to read the chapters 15, 17, and 18. You're going to read the section on research under the research documentation and the 5 steps to successful writing in your Business Writer's Handbook. Don't forget to participate in the discussion. Let's see. We're going to view the LP3 seminar. Okay, which is what this is. But now for this week, guys, your assessment for this seminar is to complete what are your leadership beliefs assessment on page 321. You're going to score the results and then reflect upon how this might impact your preferred organizational type. And then you're going to complete the LP3 quiz. And don't forget Dr. Salitas' webinars in the writing lab. Okay, so we're going to complete the LP3 leadership assignment. In addition to teaching about leadership, this assignment will challenge you to research, citation, and paraphrasing skills. Your content should be paraphrased on this one too. No quotes for this assignment. Research and describe 5 leadership theories. You want to check out changingminds.org for a list of leadership theories, and I'm going to give you some here too. This website, remember guys, this website is not an academic source, so it cannot be used in the paper, but it can help you find ideas. And for each theory, you're going to identify and explain which traits are amplified. You're going to provide a scenario that shows each theory in use. Select one leadership theory that you believe will be most effective in an organization of your choice. This can be a company, government agency, a nonprofit, etc. Why would this theory be the best fit for the organization, and how would it promote communication? You're going to need to use at least 6 scholarly or professional sources to support your position, in addition to the sources providing in the learning plan. You must use all of the sources. Excuse me. Do not use a textbook as a primary source. Write in an academic voice, and of course your final submission should be between 800 and 1200 words. Your citations must be in APA, and your reference page must be completed as an annotated bibliography. You're going to submit this assignment via the Dropbox. Okay, so I found, you guys already know I like Forbes, but these are some of Forbes' top 10 leadership traits. Honesty, and of course we all know what honesty is. I mean, it's about making honest and ethical decisions, exhibiting that kind of behavior, and your team will follow suit. Delegating. Delegating tasks to the appropriate departments is one of the most important skills you can develop. As a leader, sometimes we try to take on everything, and you cannot do that. You'll get overwhelmed and you won't be able to complete tasks. So it's important to remember that trusting your team with your idea is a sign of strength, and it's not a sign of weakness. Communication, of course, being able to clearly describe what you want done is extremely important. If you can't relay your vision to your team, you won't all be working towards the same goal. I mean, communication, we've learned with resistance, it is a key factor. Confidence. Part of your job as a leader is to put out fires and maintain team morale. Remember, your team looks at you. So if you come across as confident, in control, your team will pick up on that feeling. Also, commitment. If you expect your team to work hard and produce quality content, you're going to need to lead by example. You will not only earn respect, but it will also instill that same hard work and energy among your staff. Positive attitude. You want to keep your team motivated toward the continued success of the company. Keep the energy levels up, keep the office mood a fine balance. What I tell my employees sometimes is, we spend more time at work with our coworkers than we do with our own family. So a positive attitude is really important. Creativity. Some decisions will not always be so clear. You may be forced to deviate from your set objectives and make a decision on the fly. This is where you are certainly, your creativity will prove to be vital. And it's certainly important to be able to think off the cuff and make quick decisions. Intuition. When leading a team through uncharted waters, there's no map for that and what to do. Everything is uncertain, and the higher the risk, the higher the pressure. You have to learn to trust yourself. Trust your gut feeling. You also want to be able to inspire. It's your job to keep spirits up, and it's also your job to show appreciation for the hard work that your staff does, whether that means, going to lunch or getting a dessert and bringing it in, rewards. Anything like that can inspire your coworkers. Also, approach. In order to optimize your effectiveness as a leader, you must have the ability to customize your approach on a person-by-person basis, based on the situation at hand. Not everyone's the same. Not everyone comes from the same backgrounds or cultures. So as a leader, you're going to have to learn to adjust. And here's the website that I retrieved that from. Now we're going to talk about some leadership theories. And your assignment is also on leadership theories. Still look at the changingminds.org because it gives you a little more than what I've given you here. But the trait theory, this theory is basically people are either born or not born with the qualities that predispose them to success in leadership roles. That it's an inherited quality such as a personality and congenital ability are what underlie effective leadership. I didn't do much research on the trait theory, so I'm not real familiar with it. You'll see some theories that you've probably heard of later on. Skills theory. This is a theory that states that learned knowledge and acquired skills and abilities are significant factors in the practice of effective leadership. Skills and theory by no means disavows the connection between inherited traits and the capacity to be an effective leader. It simply argues that learned skills, a developed style, and acquired knowledge are the real keys to leadership performance. These are kind of some of the ones I've heard of and done my research on. Situational theory. This theory suggests that different situations require different styles of leadership. To be effective in leadership requires the ability to adapt or adjust one's style to the circumstances of the situation. Contingency theory is a theory that states that leaders' effectiveness is contingent on how well the leader's style matches a specific setting or situation. Focuses on the leaders being able to adapt to situations. And then you've got path goal theory. This theory is about how leaders motivate followers to accomplish identified objectives. The underlying beliefs of path goal theory are that people will be more focused and motivated if they believe they are capable of high performance, believe their effort will result in desired outcomes, and believe their work is worthwhile. These two are probably, I would say, the most popular. Transformational theory. This is a theory that states leadership is the process by which a person engages with others and is able to create a connection that results in increased motivation in both followers and leaders. In addition, transformational leadership typically describes how leaders can initiate, develop, and implement important changes in an organization. Transactional theory is a theory that focuses on the exchanges that take place between leaders and followers. It is based in the notion that a leader's job is to create structures that make it abundantly clear what is expected of his or her followers, and also the consequences, such as rewards and punishment, for meeting or not meeting these expectations. Servant theory leadership. This conceptualization of leadership reflects a philosophy that leaders should be servants first. It suggests that leaders must place the needs of their followers, customers, and the community ahead of their own interest in order to be effective. You know, when looking at this one, I'm not real familiar with this one either, but when looking at that, it looks like that would probably suit an elected official more so than it would a CFO or a CEO in an oil company or something like that. But anyway, I've included the website here, guys. You're welcome to look at it. There was some good information on that website. So, and like in your assignment, you can get ideas from outside sources, even though you might not can use them in your paper. It's still a good way to get some outside sources. So then I retrieved this definition of organizational communication for you from the Business Dictionary, and you can find it there on the website. Organizational communication is a process by which activities of a society are collected and coordinated to reach the goals of both individuals and the collective group. It is a subfield of general communication studies and is often a component to effective management in a workplace environment. So, I told you guys this was going to be short, so let me give you a little summary. Guys, it's important not to wait to use smart thinking. It takes a little while to get your scores back. I want to think the minimum might be 24 hours. So make sure you submit it before the day of the assignment, or the due date of the assignment. Okay, grade mark. I usually grade by grade mark. You'll see in there sometimes if I've missed it, if it counts something wrong that's really not wrong, I try to go in and remove it. But if I miss it, don't worry, because I can tell by the coding that I need to ignore it. But where is grade mark? So when you pull up your Turnitin report, there's a little tab at the top where you'll see similarity tab and you'll see a grade mark tab. You click on that and it will show you. Okay, and guys, I need you to do one more thing for me. I need you to review your assignment instructions before you email me. Please don't email me and you hadn't even read it thoroughly, what the assignments are. NAU does a great job at explaining what our assignments are. They give a lot of detail, in my opinion. So just be sure to read it thoroughly. I mean, I'm here to help you. I don't mind a bit. But, you know, I work a 40-hour week job just like you guys do. So it's kind of hard when it's a question that you could really find on your own. So please be respectful and do that for me. And look, guys, look at the course message post daily. I messed up last week and give you guys the editing address of the YouTube video. When we figured it out, I actually posted it on our main course page, the right link to where you could get it. So please look at that. I usually try to post something on those messages at least every other day. So please look at that for me. And you guys are doing a great job. You're getting the hang of it. It takes time. Just keep up the good work. And if you need me, let me know.